A push tonight to add a new voting system in Missouri. It's called ranked choice voting.
Capitol Bureau reporter Joe McLean digs into the details on this proposed change.
In our current election system, you may have wanted to support a third-party candidate, but were worried it would split your party's vote and you would end up with an even less preferable candidate. That wouldn't happen with ranked choice voting. It lets you vote for your second, third, and fourth choices as well, and so on. And then it all comes down to the counting. Winston Apple, who is a Democrat, filed the proposal for ranked choice voting, which would get rid of primary elections in Missouri.
But if no candidate wins a majority, you start dropping candidates off, starting with the one with the least first choice votes, and then you redistribute the second choice votes for the voters that had voted for that candidate, and you just repeat that process in rounds until a candidate has 50% plus one of the votes, and then that candidate wins. The big advantage of that system, just done straight like that, is that the winning candidate has the support of a majority of voters.
He said you would likely see fewer negative campaign ads.
When you know that you may get a seat or win based on somebody's second or third choice vote, you tend not to want to attack your opponent quite so viciously.
Apple says because the two major parties wouldn't be guaranteed a candidate in a head-to-head race, it would hold the parties more accountable to voters. I spoke to Missouri Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft, the state's top election official and Republican candidate for governor. He is staunchly against ranked choice voting.
I think what's really happening is that you have people that have a political objective. They are unhappy with either who's being elected or what's passing. So they're saying, let's change the rules to put a thumb down on the scale so that we can do better.
Other opponents add that the system is confusing to voters, and the time it takes to count the votes, which could be days, would lead to less confidence in elections. State agencies predict the system, if adopted, would require a one-time cost of at least $245,000 and ongoing costs of at least $332,000 each general election. However, with eliminating the primary elections, agencies estimate the state would possibly save $7 million each general election year. In Jefferson City, I'm Joe McLean.